Essence Collective. So, my office is done. I got art on the walls and everything. Feeling like a professionally branded human, which is what I do. So it should be that way. Today I want to talk about why when things look pretty, like aesthetically pretty, we have more confidence. And a lot of people want to invest in their branding, their website. They want things to look professional and good, and it's something that we think we should have or have to have. And I'm actually not in that camp. I'm not in that camp because to me, what making things beautiful really means is not a facade. It's not something that we put on to make ourselves look like something we're not, okay? There is totally a benefit, like a strategic benefit of things looking good. You stand out, you do look professional, things are cohesive, so they build trust. Like there's endless, and you attract your ideal client, like the person who actually is meant to work with you because they're attracted by what it looks like. But like, that's not the most important thing. The aesthetics are not the most important thing. The aesthetics of your brand, when they are done from a place of alignment and authenticity, and someone who is not just like hired off of Fiverr and making things look good for you. It is an energetic representation of who you are, So when we're seeking to make things look good on like the base foundational level, it's because we want things to be congruent. We want who we are and our value and our worth and what we stand for, what we're up to in the world to be congruent with the visual presence of what we do, of what we put out there. And I hear this so often, and maybe you can relate. And if you can relate, I'd love for you to tell me like, yes, I've done this. Let's be brave and vulnerable. Boop. Okay, brave and vulnerable. I hear this all the time. I am not sharing my website because it's under construction. I don't put myself out there because things don't look beautiful. Like I'm embarrassed, I have design shame, I'm waiting for things to look good, or even I'm not sharing what I'm doing because I'm not proud of it. Not that you're not proud of the value and the transformation that you offer people, but like it's not congruent with the value of the transformation that you provide. So when we make things congruent, meaning they're in alignment, alignment always equals flow state. Always. When we're in alignment, we have flow state. My cats are meowing, my husband just got home. It's a cat party out there. They love their dad. Now I'm distracted. Okay, it's congruent. It captures the value of who you are and what you do, and congruency and alignment equal flow state. That means the results that you're wanting to call into your business, flow state. Abundance is flow state. Confidence is flow state. Not, oh, I'm in my head, or oh, I'm waiting because I've got to make it look good, or it's still under construction after 3 years and I don't have a website. Like, it's not about the thing. It's about what the thing represents. And when you can get into your alignment, or you have somebody help you get into alignment. This is what I do with my clients. Like, you have to be in alignment to actually pull out the brand aesthetic. Hi, honey.
Hi. Great talking to you.
I'm talking to the Inner Essence Collective. Do you want to say hello to them?
Oh, I will.
Okay, great.
Hello, Inner Essence Collective.
Chase is very on brand.
Yes, I certainly am. Thanks to you.
We're talking about confidence and brand aesthetics. And why, when things look good, do you not feel better that the house
Okay.
looks good?
I'm gonna tell you a little formula. I relate this to my boxing attire. Look good, feel good, do good.
It's true. It's true. I like it. He's my next branding coach. He'll be my understudy. But really, that is very true. When you do look good, you do feel good, or vice versa. When you feel good, then you look good. When you feel confident in what you're doing, that's the tipping point of when you're like, okay, I get to make things actually be congruent and cohesive and beautiful because I feel confident. I feel confident. I talk about this all the time. The formula to creating any result is not do the thing, then have the thing, then be happy or be abundant or be successful. That's not the equation. It's be what it is you want to have and then do the committed actions and have the result. So alignment and that flow state I'm talking about, when you know who you are, when you are anchored in your core message of your brand and what it is you are out to do, who you're serving, like you are solid in that foundational why, you are going to be in your confidence. You access the flow state. Then you do the things. This is when you take the leap. So if you're like one of those people who wants everything to look beautiful, but they're unwilling to actually invest in either learning how to make things beautiful or learning how to make things actually an energetic match, that's a whole nother conversation, because there's plenty of you guys, which like I want to give you props on this. It's better to try and do it yourself than to just not do anything. Like, please do that. But there's just this tipping point of I'm gonna be in my committed action and committed to what I'm creating in the world no matter what, even if it doesn't look the way I want it to look. I'm gonna lean in and I'm gonna go for it. And that's the tipping point of confidence. Like, you've got to take courageous action to get into your confidence. And I hate to say this, but it's true. When your brand is beautiful and aesthetically a match to you, it could look beautiful and not be a match, and you still do this same bullshit of not sharing yourself because it's still under construction, or you're doing it yourself and it's not good enough and you don't feel that confident about it. Like, you could play that game too. It's not about it looking good, it's about it being an energetic match. And so when you embody your confidence and you want things to be congruent and you want to stop playing small, or you're confident and you want to up level your game, this is when you take it seriously and you go, I'm going to actually get into my alignment. I'm going to make my brand aesthetics a match, a congruent thing to who I am, how I make people feel. It's in alignment. It looks and feels like me. That's what branding is all about. It's got to look and feel like you. Because here's the thing, especially in this pandemic era, okay? People aren't meeting you in person. They're not meeting you in person. They might not even be reading your words. They might not even know who the heck you are. But when they meet you for the first time on the internet, whether they're finding you on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, they are meeting your brand presence. That's got to be in alignment with who you are. Because if they're meeting your brand presence and it's not, either it's a mediocre crap version of what you know it could be, and so then they're getting that resonance, or it's a total mismatch of who you are, your energy, and then you have this brand that doesn't look anything like you, doesn't feel anything like you. You look at it and you're like, I don't know what to tweak on this to make it feel like me, but it's just not there. Like, they're gonna feel that too. Everything is energy. So when people are meeting you for the first time on the internet, it's got to be an energetic match. Because when they go from being a follower of you and interacting with your brand presence to actually interacting with you and then hopefully getting on a sales call with you or a discovery call or wanting to hire you in some capacity. And then they get on the phone with you and your energy and how you feel to them is completely different than the brand. Like, not good, not good. Or you're gonna have the opposite thing happen. This happens a lot too, which is your brand presence is total crap. It doesn't look good. It's a hot mess. It's all over the place. But by some stroke of luck, that person who can choose anybody on the internet with a hell of a lot better branding than you, not that we're in a comparison game, but they could really choose anybody. They got past all of the ick and they still decided to get on a sales call with you. Thank God for those people, because those people do exist. And if you're in that scenario, please know you magnetize people into your world by who you are and what you stand for. So they can get past the barrier. It's just when your brand aesthetic is a match and it's beautiful and it calls people in and it's not just a shit show or facade, then people find you and trust you and want to work with you and are attracted to you and magnetized to you a lot faster. That's the point. So these people, they've gotten past the shit show, the hot mess, and they are on the sales call with you, and then they go, whether it's in their head they go, or they literally say it to you, they're like, oh my gosh, you're so much more valuable than I thought you were going to be. Your brand was a hot mess. So they're pleasantly surprised when they actually meet the real you. And they actually hear of the value and the transformation that you provide. This is why you want it to be a match. Because I hate this, but it is so true that what people are willing to pay you is also a direct reflection of the quality of how you present your work. So you are a component of that, how you show up in the world, how you lead, how you hold yourself, and everything you put out in terms of content and aesthetics and what your stuff looks like when you sell it and you put it out there and you share. That's another big part of it. People value value. People value quality. There's a reason we pay more for things that are branded well. I hate this, but it's true. But when you look at it from this perspective, when you value your brand and you value yourself enough to invest in it holding that energetic resonance and frequency of quality, that congruent energy of who you are and who your brand is presenting itself to be, you are honoring your virtual space. You are honoring the ideal clients who are coming your way. I talk about this in other trainings, and I'll say this, that the way we attract things in energetically, anything, is by expanding our aura. Expanding our auric field, which is the energy around us. When our aura is open and expansive and an inviting place to be, meaning you're in alignment, because the only way to expand your aura is when you're in alignment energetically. Okay, if you're energetically a shit show, your brand is probably a shit show too, or you're faking it, whatever. When you're in alignment, your aura expands, which means you have more energetic space to hold what it is that you're wanting to have in your life. So the clients that you're wanting to reach and you're like, how do I find these people? Where are they? It requires you to expand your aura. When you put energy into your alignment, your aura expands. You have more pull on the things that you want. Same thing with your brand. It's the same freaking thing. Your brand is like tangible, real world, 3D version of your aura. If it is attractive and expansive and congruent with who you are, it is going to have pull on the things that you want, which are your soulmate clients, the people that you're meant to serve, the people that you're willing to put your ass on the line for and take risks for and do this whole entrepreneurial adventure for. It's pulling in those people. Not, oh, it's pulling in the money. Money comes through those people. And really, the money comes through God or the universe or whatever you want to call it. So, this is why confidence is so connected to our visual presence. It's because our visual presence is another form of this auric field that we carry around. When we feel confident and lit up and in alignment, we are a magnet for opportunities. When your brand is functioning at the same level, it is a magnet for opportunities. And when you invest in your brand, whether that be with money and hiring somebody to do it like myself, or you invest your time and attention into actually making it look and feel like you, then it holds that frequency and it calls people in. So, I just want to remind you, I'm not here to bitch about you to make everything look like a perfect picture on the internet. That's not what it's about. It's about having the visual representations in your life of what you wear, of what you surround yourself with, of what you put out in terms of content. It's a match for who you are. Because when we are in that kind of space, a curated space, not I'm going to be anal and perfectionistic about it, but it's just a match. We feel good. We feel in alignment. We feel ourselves, and we embody confidence. My office does not look like this because I want it to look perfect for you. My office looks like this because it makes me feel good. Like literally everything that's behind me, it reminds me of who I am and why I do what I do. So that's the power of really putting in attention and intention into your visual brand. There's many, many more benefits, but those are mostly strategic. This one's all about you and your confidence. All right, that is my brain dump for the day. I love you guys. Bye.